Hey everyone, in the last video we covered about router, right? Like what we did, we call the LLM and LLM decided like whether it has to be a tool call, like we did bind tools, right? So it decided like whether you have to go for a tool call or whether LLM has to give the generic response. In that way we did simply, right? So we made some conditional edge and we did that. Let me show you that this is what we did earlier, right? So tool call directly. Sometimes if it is a generic query, then LLM directly given the response. If it is a tool based one, then it will call the tool and then tool will return you the response. This is what we did earlier, right? Now what we're trying to do is we instead of getting the response from the LLM, sorry, in the tool itself, we are passing that back to LLM. So this is nothing but a ReAct is one of the agentic framework, agentic architecture, you can say. React means not React or Angular frameworks, right? So RE means reasoning, ACT means action. So that is what reasoning and action. This is known as React. What is every agent will have three characteristics. First is it will take some actions. That is first thing, and after that it will do some observations. Like you can if you take some action based on that it will observe something, and after that it will do some reasoning. So based on this action, based on the result, that is nothing but observation, it will observe something. Based on these things it will do some reasoning, it will perform further actions, right? So it will take some other decisions. So this is nothing but agentic, ideology or agentic architecture, you can say. Acting like action, observation, reasoning. This is nothing but agentic components. So currently we are majorly dealing with the React framework, React architecture. That is nothing but reasoning and action. So idea is very simple. So we'll start our approach. We'll do something with LLM bind tools, and after that we have some tools. We pass those tools to the we bind those tools to the LLM. Then LLM will decide based on a user query. It has to return the response or it has to call the tools. So the twist here is instead of let's say it will call the tools instead of directly getting the result to the user. So it will take that output from the tools to uh, like will pass that output to the LLM again. Then LLM will decide how many times it has to call these things, and then at the end LLM will return the results like in a better natural language way. Like directly we ask one query, right? Multiply 2 and 7, and then tool call will happen directly, it return the 14. But now in this case it won't directly return the 14, so it will return that result to the LLM. Then LLM will decide, okay, user asked this question, okay, the answer is like the multiplication of 2 and 7 is 14. In that way model will give you. So see, for example, it seems to be very simple, but if you in order to solve some complex scenarios, right, this is the best way. We'll solve some use case, like we'll solve some problems, then we'll get more clarity. Same here. So here you can see this. I'm not using chat OpenAI. I'm using this Gemini. Let me copy this. I want to use this logic. This is the first step. Control C. Come back to this agent instead of chat OpenAI. Of course, in this place I need to packages. I need to do. Let me go to this. I have to pass the packages. These are the dependencies I need to paste. Go C. From here. Control V. First step. Run this dependency. Select the kernel. Done, right. It was happening. It was executing. You can say this. Take some time. Taking some time. Next step is we are not using any OpenAI. In case if you want to use, you can go ahead with this. I don't think we need to go ahead with OpenAI. We'll try with Gemini. Right. Uh, that is the first step. Then Gen AI I'm using. So in this case, we are using three methods: multiply, add, and divide. Earlier we used this only one tool, right? Now we are using this three tools: add, multiply, divide. Here instead of chat.openai, I'm using this Gemini. Okay, this is the changes I want to do. So now, yeah, packages are installed. go to this instead of we did this part, then AI, we did this. This is the step we have to do. LLM equal to chat, control C, come back here, come here. These are the methods. Hmm. LLM, you don't need this part in this place. You have to replace that with this LLM with tools, LLM bind tools, tool, parallel tool calls equal to false. Okay. Okay. Now, okay. So we are currently what we're doing is like we are using multiple tools here. Earlier we used only one tool, like multiply. Now we are using this three tools, and we combine that with LLM. So let me run this. Yeah, it's done. After that, let's create our LLM, and now what we're doing is we are setting some system message. You are a helpful assistant task with performing arithmetic operations. Okay, like addition, subtraction, division. So arithmetic operations. Now in our case, what we are doing is like addition, multiplication, and division. These three things we are performing. Okay, so we set the context, and we created one method that is known as assistant. What it has to do from this LangChain core messages, we use this message state. I already covered these things earlier video, so in case if you have any queries, you can go ahead and watch the tutorials. And see what it was doing is like it was messages LLM with tools. Whatever we done right, LLM with tools. This one we're passing, and after that we're invoking system message. Whatever user given input will be there, right? That will be and like currently this one system message plus state message. State message means user given input. Those things will be passed as a message to the model. Okay, for that we are creating this. Let me run this. It was run. Now we have this. Now we are creating this flow. So this is what we want to do, right? We are starting, and after that we have a node that is nothing but assistant. Assistant is nothing but LLM here. Okay, so we have certain tools. Tools. How many tools? We have three tools: addition, multiplication, and division tools. So let's say user ask a query about arithmetic operations. It will go back to the tools instead of giving directly that answer. It will again do multiple iterations. Multiple iterations meaning LLM will decide how many times it has to call the tools, and at the same time, in this example, you can see add 3 and 4, then multiply the output by 2, then divide the output by 5. So in this case, what it has to do, first it has to do addition, then it has to do multiplication, then it has to do the division. So that means three tools it has to call instead of. That's why we are implementing this kind of a loop. What it will do, whenever model will understand, okay, addition 3 and 4, first it has to do addition, then it will do addition operation, then that result will be multiplied by 2, then it will do multiplication operation, then again it will do division, then it will pass that result to the LLM, then LLM will return the um, outcome to the user. Okay, this is the process we are trying to do here. So we have this assistant, and after that we normal state graph, these things we already know. From the graph we are taking this state graph, message state, whatever this on the top we have, right, that we are passing, we are building that, we're naming it as assistant, and on the method name also assistant. In the top you can see this assistant we are passing here. And after that we already covered last video, so we have to use this tool node so that it will understand these are tools. So that's why we're using this tool node, and we're passing the tools here is like addition, multiplication, division, these tools. Then we are creating the edge. We done the we need two nodes, we done that step. We need this assistant node, then after the tools node, these two things we done. And after that we need to start, and that has to connect to the assistant, start and connected to the assistant. That's why we did this. After that we need a conditional edge, this condition, right? So assistant and tools, assistant and the tools, there's nothing but tools condition. Tools condition is like this one, right? So if what it will do, if simple assistant is a tool call, then tools will be executed. If it is not related to tools, generic it will happen. That's why we're putting this tools condition. After that, we are connecting that reverting, right? So the from tools to assistant also we are connecting the edge. So in this way, we creating the flow. Okay. So let's say if I didn't use this, if I commented this, let's see how the graph looks like. See, same thing, the way earlier we did same graph. So because now what we have to do, we want to this tools has to be passed to the LLM only. That's why we are implementing this additional step here, right? Let me run this. Now we can see this tool. You know, see, every time it will change. The graph looks like, I mean, the flow is same. This was this side, right side, left side, those will change. But you understand the concept. That is most important thing. First it will call and after that. Let me run again. Same concept. Now the graph is changed a bit. So yeah. So this is how we done. And after that we asked a query. Like, let me run this. Uh, why? What happened? Messages type error. React graph. Where is this React graph? I think we done this stuff. Why we getting this is error? Invoke what message? Is it just did we change anything? I don't think so. State graph add no tools assistant. The top this one we did, and after that this one. This one is done. After that this one. Okay, got it. Parallel tool calls have to. I think this Gemini doesn't have any parallel tool calls that is available in OpenAI. So this might be the issue here. Okay, let me, uh, let me comment this. First, without this, I'll pass. So this is how we have to solve whenever we face any errors means, because we are not directly trying with the OpenAI API, right? So maybe we'll face some kind of things like this if you're trying with the new things. Okay. Let me save this. Let me run it again. Okay, done. LLM bind rules. It was done. Again, doing this. It was done. Now again, let me do this. Okay, it was done. Let me do this. See, now it was executing. Yeah, no, we won't get in it. This is how we have to solve the errors, guys. Like whenever we face any issues, okay, so we don't need to get scared and we have to understand, okay, there I got to know, okay. So in this way, if you understand the things from step by step, right, you won't face issues in the debug. So if you simply copy the code and paste it and run it means you don't know where it was getting wrong, how it's getting wrong, okay. So now let me run this again. So now see, we ask a query like add 3 and 2, it will do the addition operation. The tool message is this, addition is done, it was getting 7, and after that what, multiply that by 2. So 7 and 2 we have to multiply, we got 14, and after that divided that by 5. So it was divided and we got the 2.8 as the final answer. This is the A message. In this way we implemented the entire agentic flow. Okay, let's do one more interesting thing instead of this message, right? What I'll do, I'll give a generic message. So uh, this December I want to go to Paris, plan something. So I'll do something like this. So we'll do something like this to see how it goes. Let me comment this. Now we'll get a more clarity. Content is I'm going to Paris this December. What are the best places to visit? Give the response in 10 50 watts. This would be interesting. Let's run this. Okay, okay. Now we'll see this. Mm-hmm. Okay, see. I can't help you with the travel advice as my current capabilities are limited to performing arithmetic operations like addition, multiplication, division. Same thing, right? So we have to, we clearly uh, done this part. Earlier also we tried, so we have to tell them. So currently, what we did was, so we used multiple tools here. So we have multiple tools, how to access those multiple tools and how to get the response from the LLM. That part we covered. And in the earlier video, we see the results, right? So router. So in the same way, we have to put this kind of stuff, then it will return you the results like this. So it will answer this query as well as it will answer this query. So we need to understand what change we did and what how we implemented all those stuff, right? So this is what we want to do. Uh, yeah. So that's it, guys. So what we did, so instead of getting the results directly from the tool call, so we're redirecting that to LLM, and LLM is giving this. So in that way, we covered the tutorial now. So yeah, and also we covered multiple tools. We implemented one ReAct framework, like reasoning and action framework, and that part we covered now. So in the next tutorial, we'll see agent with memory, and after that, we'll see how the things works, and after that, we'll see some practical examples and practical implementations. Okay, let me run it again. Let me show that results. Yeah, that's it, and take care. I'll see you in the next tutorial.